Hello. I don't want to say my name because it's a little triggering for the rest of the body and whatever, but I am a masker. I go by he, him pronouns, and my job as a masker, I can both mask as specific alters and mask as the general body in whatever way it needs. What I mean by masking as certain alters is that I can mask certain alters' mannerisms, especially like if we need to mask as a specific alter and not in front, even in front of like safe people. But having the ability to mask as other alters is something that we apparently found important enough to have me. I was originally formed after an integration happened. So the integration happened, and then the system was a little bit chaotic. It was a little bit of a mess, and I came in and I kind of like helped out wherever I could. I was formed alongside another alter, and the two of us kind of just helped out while the integration became the new host. And they were like the permanent host. They were a host for a good while. They were very consistently hosts and took up host duties for about a year. And I and this other alter were just there initially to help with the aftermath of the integration. But after that, I just wasn't as needed. But then, as time went on, I don't know what exactly caused my like further lack of stability, but I personally was not stable. I was like an anxiety holder / manager, but it got to me, I think, and I had somehow split a subsystem, even though I wasn't really one of the main fronters at the time. Obviously, I'm not a host. I was never a host, but I did front semi-occasionally between the host and the protector, and occasionally other alters would appear and such, and I was one of those alters that would appear once in a while, but I was just unstable to the point that I had formed a subsystem, and this subsystem is me and one other alter and a third alter that is kind of here but also not there, because we are a closed subsystem. So the other alter here is my protector, my personal protector. She essentially protects me, and if she wanted to front in the body, then she and I would have to switch, specifically she and I, and then the two of us would switch and she would be in the body. So, but that third alter, because in his source, he is a god and he can do anything, he kind of could just escape our subsystem, but he still counts as our subsystem, because during this like very traumatic time, I was one of the main alters that were like affected by it, and I was so affected by it to the point that this third alter, because he believed he was like God and stuff, he was able to just take my memories and also my personal protector's memories away. Obviously, since we have a shared memory, I technically still remember it, but everything I was like I knew, I like remembered and had like interpersonal relationships with alters and stuff. Everything emotionally was just gone. That previous host and protectors that like I get along because like I was there once in a while, and you know, the other alter I was with that helped with the integration, I don't emotionally remember any of them. I know I had a relationship, like a working relationship, friendship and stuff, but now it's just I don't really know them past like some basic facts and the fact that I've interacted with them in the past. And that's it. As for my personal protector, she took it harder because she also had a very, very close relationship with another alter. She was like an older sister figure towards another alter. So we both are like in a state of like, aw man, well, it's not exactly grief, but it's also a very sad, like, I'm so sorry that we can't return the same feeling and such, because we figured that the other side, the other alters would obviously be distraught because we don't emotionally really know them, but they know us. And that's something that we can't control over. As for that God altar that I mentioned, we don't know if they like took the memory as their own or they kept it into a bubble and just keep it with them at all times. We don't know if it's affected them at all, but they are a god who has lived for thousands of years, so I don't think, maybe it doesn't affect them because it's like, oh, this is a tiny minuscule amount of time compared to my eons and lifespan or whatever. We don't know. This altar just does not appear often, so it's like no way to contact and no way to know unless they appear themselves on their own whims. And just, it's a bit awkward to having this emotional disconnect. And I personally, you know, I'm still working somehow. I'm somehow like a lot more functional than I was before, because before I was unstable, that's why I had the subsystem, but now I'm a lot more stable somehow. And I think the weirdest thing is just knowing that I had a past, if you want to call it that, and having first person memory of it, kind of, because it's shared memory and such, but I don't exactly remember it. The disconnect is like really harsh. So and the worst thing is like, I say worst thing, but it's just a fact of being here, is that because I existed before the trauma and I was like one of the alters that was most affected by the trauma, me being here now, even though I don't remember it, the body remembers that I was there. And if I like start trying to recollect more and more and try to analyze what happened again, the body starts shaking more and more because it's a stressful thing to remember trauma. And you know, it's just, my existence reminds the body of the trauma, even though I personally don't remember experiencing it. So yeah, as I said, the disconnect is very weird, and I don't know how else to explain it. we just deal with it on a day-to-day basis. It doesn't affect us as alters, me and my personal protector. It doesn't affect the two of us, but it does affect the body. So I just do my best and like try to do masking and socializing and doing work the best I can, and try not to think about trauma for the sake of the body and, you know, stuff like that. Yeah. Have a good day or night. I hope this was somewhat informational in terms of like emotional amnesia, especially in terms of like my personal memories being taken away, and the emotional amnesia that comes with it. So if that happens to you, for other OSDD-1b systems, it's valid. It happened to us. So yeah, okay, bye-bye.